So I know a little bit about community college because I work at a community college. So this video is about 5 things that you might not know about community college. So let's get started. So here's one of the first things you might not know about community colleges. It is cheaper than you might think. So for instance, 1 credit hour here at FCC costs $150. Translate that out to 15 credits for a full-time student, that's about $2,200 per term. For the year, that roughly averages out to about $4,400 for an academic year, 2 terms. That does not include books and fees and other sundry costs. However, there is a program in place here in Maryland called the Maryland Promise Scholarship. And what that means is if a student applies for federal student financial aid and then applies for this other Maryland program, they could potentially have the cost of their college tuition cut down to 0. So it's a pretty significant deal. So one of the things that students should be aware of if they take the money from their state is the state may ask certain things of them. For instance, if you don't graduate in the state of Maryland after taking Maryland Promise Scholarship money, that money will convert to a loan. The second thing is the state of Maryland is going to ask people to work in the state for at least 2 years after graduating. So it's something to think about. If, however, you have no money at all to go to college, the federal student financial aid form plus the Maryland Promise Scholarship could be a way to get this college cost down overall. It's cheaper than you think.
Quiet on set.
Quiet on set, everybody. The director, Mike, is... Another thing you might not know about community college is that there are great programs everywhere. Sure, everyone at this college knows about the nursing program and culinary arts and all that stuff, but I'm here in the design space where they got, I think, in my opinion, some of the best stuff going on in terms of faculty and staff who work here, plus amazing resources for students to use. I mean, look at this. Crazy. You're not going to get any better access at community colleges anywhere you go in terms of students getting in here, doing the work, having top flight machines, and being served by dudes who totally know everything. Like this guy, his name's Mike. He's awesome. Hey, so I'm here with Mike, who runs this amazing space, this design space. Mike, what gets you up in the morning?
Well, I get up every morning hoping that I will see people set goals and achieve them. I find that to be very uplifting and I enjoy it.
And you're really good at it too. How long have you been managing this space here?
Oh, I've been doing it for about 15 years.
15 years?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. You must know everything there is to know about design and technology when it comes to Macs. Is that true, Mike?
Well, I try to keep up on things. I never try to be too cocky, but I'm pretty good. At least that's what I hear. So.
Yeah, I think you do your job pretty well. And it's one of the amazing parts of what happens here at FCC. Committed staff doing great work who are interested in student learning. So thanks, Mike.
Yep.
This is Andrew. He helps students here at FCC, and he's awesome. Thanks, man.
Okay.
Told you. Told you it'd be quick. Another thing you might not know about community college is that there are amazing resources here. Like right here at Linganore Hall. In this building alone, there's something called a Learning Commons and a Writing Center. And all of these spaces are aligned to meet student goals in terms of the work. So let's have a look. So this is one of my favorite zones in the whole Learning Commons. It's sort of the loud space where students can come and hang out. There's sort of cafe seating happening over here, as you can see. I've entered a separate zone in this whole Learning Commons space. This is a zone where you can work, but the talking on this side should be a little bit lower. So there are plenty of computers and places to work. There's also a place in the back, as you can see, where instruction happens. So back here is the quiet learning space where students go who don't want to be disturbed by others with, voices and such. It's a great space to just be able to kind of lock yourself down and do the work that you need to do for a test or for whatever else you got going on. Quiet space. Shh. So this is the makerspace, which may or may not include things like GoPros and video cameras, which I may or may not have used for other projects through the years. Maybe. But what we got going on here, it's an amazing space because here you've got this whole kind of Apple Store vibe happening with high back chairs, and then you have these other computers. which are available for students to use in their work. It has more specific kinds of software that are unique to design classes and AutoCAD classes for stuff like this, you know, for the PC side. And there's a scanner. Who has a scanner anymore? The Makerspace does. Just another thing that is available on campus here at FCC. It's all about the resources, all about the students. So this is one of my favorite places on campus. It's called the Writing Center, inside the Learning Commons. As you can see over my shoulder, there are people here who are getting help on their work. So they come into the Writing Center, sign in, and then they can sit down with an instructor or other specialist, and then they get feedback on their work. And so generally students come in with like an instruction sheet, and they say, you know, hey, this is what's going on, this is what my instructor wants. Let's talk about our ideas. And so this is like this amazing idea space for students. And so I kind of love it. And I think students love it too. So another thing you might not know about community college is that sometimes there's awesome food. And here in the Cougar Grill, it's the French fries. So here's the thing about the food at the Cougar Grill here on campus at FCC. So there's sushi, and it's made fresh by a chef every day and sold for outrageous prices, so that's kind of a problem. But these French fries, I kind of love them, and I'm not allowed to have them, but I'm gonna have them anyway, because French fries. This video has been 5 things you might not know about community college. Thanks for watching, and French fries. See you next time.